Mr. Ansari, welcome to NTV World.
Thank you for inviting.
Okay, so without further ado, I would like to ask you a few questions. So this interim government was formed on the mandate of the Zenzi anti-corruption movement. Now, with the cabinet now expanded for the fourth time, how do you view these repeated reshuffles? Do they strengthen or dilute the spirit of the movement?
See, I see it as a very ordinary incident of a state what should it be doing. The government expansion and appointment of minister is one of the essential for handling this crisis with caution. This needed to be done earlier, but government delayed it for around 3 months. I don't know the reason behind it. And still, there are 2 ministries which are still vacant.
Right.
Still under the leadership of Prime Minister. 2 sensitive ministries. One is Foreign Ministry and another is Defense Ministry. However, a government led by a woman in the cabinet of 14 ministers, there are only 3 ministers. There are only 3 women ministers. It has not been able to include any of the Muslims within the cabinet. You cannot see any Haru face within the cabinet. So it lacks to a certain extent the spirit of inclusive governance that we were seeking when we were on the street.
Right, right.
On the day of
but
Zenzi
the
Revolution.
government is already halfway through its tenure and is expected to focus on corruption control and preparing for elections,
Yeah.
right? So is the move as part of the commitments made in the agreement between the government and the Zenzi on Wednesday?
There are 2 considerations. First one is those agendas and those issues which are needed to be focused before the election or during the election or after the election. Election has nothing to do with that. The basic function of the government or the basic function of the government mechanisms such as CIA, which is responsible for investigating the corruption related cases. We have Central Investigation Bureau. This needs to show some rapid work in their action.
Right.
They have been very slow. They are unable to, or they are afraid of taking some of the needed actions against the corruption, especially against those corrupted leaders who are in the leadership role of the political parties. The government might have fear about the assurance of elections taking place. So they might be afraid that if we arrest them or if we prosecute them in the cases relating to corruption before the occurrence of election.
Right. So,
but what I think that,
like yourself, many young people fear that these political appointments are overshadowing core priorities like transparency, budget discipline, and election readiness. So from your perspective, what should the government be doing right now to stay accountable to the Zenzi mandate?
the government needs to show some of the political morality and constitutional morality. That is one of the basic prerequisite of our political system. The government doesn't need to do something very extra that is demanded by the Zenzis. What simply the Zenzis are demanding, that prosecute, investigate those who are responsible of human rights violation on the 8th of September, state abuse of authority, those who fired gun against those who were unarmed, against the innocent Zenzis, against the innocent school uniform students.